Hello everybody. So it's 8 p.m. here in the UK, and if you've seen my earlier posts on my channel today, you will see that I was basically inviting anybody that would like a message from their loved ones in spirit to just drop their name in the comments and for me to connect with and see what I get this evening. So basically, the recording I've had to do just shy of 8 o'clock, and obviously posting it to you guys then 8 p.m. as I promised. So yeah, I've had one lady comment asking if I could pick up some messages for her. So Karen, it's all with you this evening. So my time is invested with you. I'll be doing future giving opportunities for people to come in the comments, and if anybody else wants a future reading, if you like, whereby I connect, using your go into the comments, your information, and then allowing for me to connect with you as an individual, and then basically I shall see what I get. But as I say, today we're going to be with Karen. So before Karen, you're just going to have to let me know in the comments if this information resonates with you. I'll be drawing it in from spirit. So there's spirit is sort of working outside of time, really. So when I've done readings previously, sometimes I'll pass a piece of information on and people are like, nah, no, it's not familiar. Sometimes it might be a case of the information being presented is ahead of us. So always be open to that possibility. So don't disregard anything that I say if I'm passing on a spirit message to you, even if at the time of me presenting the information seems somewhat just not resonating, or there's no significance. Please, the best thing you can do, and this is what I used to do when I used to have spiritual readings myself, write everything down, because sometimes even that little bit of information that you put down and thought, no, doesn't resonate with me at all, just can't take it, I promise you at some point in time it will. Or it might be something somebody says regards something you were unaware in connection to that person, and you're like, oh my goodness, really, that's what the medium said, so please, all information's to be accounted here. Even at the time of me passing the information to you, it might not resonate. So Karen, I'm not going to start quite yet, so if you want to go and grab pen and paper, pencil and paper, slate and chalk, whatever it be, and come back, and you can start making some notes. So that's it. So I had a reading once. I'm just using an example here of me having this one reading, and to be fair, the chap gave me quite a few pieces of information. He was referencing names, events, memories shared with the person that he was bringing through that were very accurate. So he already had me. I was like, this guy is phenomenal, how is he doing this? And then he said a name, Lulu, there's definitely a Lulu. I said, no, it's not a Lulu, can't take it. Just write it down. Anyway, I'd around the time of the reading, I just lost a close relative, and it wasn't until we'd gone away to stay with family, just before the funeral of this said relative, and my aunt, who we were staying with, the dog was being a bit mischief, and I can't remember. The dog was called like Lucky or something like that, L-sounding name, and the dog just really got to her in the end. She was trying to prepare food for the funeral wake, and the dog was just all around her legs and chaotic. So she went, Lulu. And me and my mum, I told my mum about all of the stuff that had been in the reading, and me and my mum, that was the only piece of information we couldn't resonate with. And at that, we just both looked at each other, and it was like, there it is. That was the Lulu reference. So, and my granddad only lived up the road from my aunt, uncle, and my cousin, so he had quite a frequent interlude with Lulu, and he called her Lulu as well, apparently. So it just yeah, it's an example. I did another reading myself for a lady once, and pretty much about, well, 60-70% of the information I passed on to her, she was like, no. She said, I'll take it. You know, she's very polite and grateful. And it wasn't until she spoke to a grandparent that the grandparent said, as a matter of fact, this, and this that you've got written down there are significant. I think I mentioned a piece of jewellery, a few other things, a name, and she came back to me and said, I'm ever so sorry. I said, no, not at all. I said, I trust the information I receive, so, you know, sometimes we sort of go on a bit of a journey with it before it all 100% makes sense. So yeah, it's very, very interesting, and yeah, I'm very grateful that I'm able to help deliver these messages to people, and it's something I've not done for a long time, actually. I used to quite publicly you know, go to events where I used to do spiritual readings, energy healing, and then lockdown happened, and I don't know, I sort of went inside myself. So I suppose a lot of people did. Still sort of working from my spiritual aspect myself, but and I've always always had a love of, you know, I will put everybody else before myself, always. And, you know, I'm always there for people, but I just stopped doing my spiritual work to aid others. And it's just, I don't know, I've just had a lot of indications lately that I need to start helping people again, showing people as well that you don't have to reach out to a medium or a psychic or whatever we call ourselves. You know, it's just labels at the end of the day. We've all got this within us. Intuition, we've got our energy being inside of us. It's, you know, and it's the possibilities and the abilities of this inner being, they are like endless. Our human counterpart, you know, although, you know, the human body is a very clever, very intricate thing, and wow, I mean, you look at the science of the human body, it's incredible, but there's no real science that describes that of what our soul inside of us, that inner energy, is capable of, which is like where people like me come in, and we're like, you know, you think your body's great and that can do all these functions and all, you wait to see what that inside of you can do as well, and it's just like, you will just literally be wowed, and it'll just put a smile on your face. You just think, wow, there's so much more to the material and physical world that we live in. And once we grasp that, it just makes it all feel a little bit more meaningful, a little bit better, especially when, you know, here right now, there are a lot of hostilities going on around the world. You know, you can see outside of it a bit, and yeah, it's there, you know, there's a lot of good out there as well. Anyway, so I'm gonna just start getting myself into a relaxed place of calm. I've been rabbiting on about 10 minutes now. I always have a story to tell. If you're noticing my my t-shirts with funny slogans on, I wear them to make people happy. I just laugh, smile, you know. So yeah, so it's not I haven't really lost my mind, I don't think, yet. But yeah, I've got all manner of, I've got loads of these different t-shirts. Anyway, so I'm just gonna, obviously I've got some music on in the background that you may be able to hear. That's 528 Hz. So the sound frequency there is very much a frequency that we can use for when we're doing energy work, healing, if we're there to just sort of self, empowerment, yeah, just all manner of things. It's a very, very good frequency. You can read about the different sound frequencies and how they benefit us. You may have read about sound healing before, things like that. So yeah, so I've got that on in the background to help relax me into a state of calm and relaxation in order to do my work to the best that I can, and also to help anyone wanting to join me and see if they can sort of see anything as well. You're welcome whilst I and you, if you would like to connect to Karen. If anybody else gets any information, sorry, I have had a chest infection lately, so but if anybody else gets any information and wishes to share, please pop it in the comments. Even if it's, well, Michelle referenced this, but I feel that yes, that thing is significant, but in such a way of, you can add to what I say. I don't mind that at all. We can all work as a collective. That's great. I love doing energy work with people, which is why I'm really keen to get the interactions of the group going. I mean, all the while I'm building my confidence back up as well, because I haven't really worked energetically with people for a long time, spiritually. So I'm just easing myself in very slowly, with my 1 card readings every day, sometimes little intuitive readings. I've done a couple of little workshops, I've called them, whereby I put an image of something up in a short video, and ask basically if anybody's picking up on any information. And then when I get that feedback, I feedback then and say, wow, your intuition is working well, because you've said this, this and this. And the lady that interacted the other day, she reeled off a load of information that I could take regards this this building, like an island with an ancient fort on it. So it's fantastic. And people shock themselves and they're like, wow, really? And it's like, yeah, it's within all of us. So I'm here to teach, as well as teach you to unleash all of that and be able to do this. It's really not a case of these mediums aren't chosen ones that are up on a pedestal, away from everybody else with these special powers. Those special powers exist within all of us. They really do. So yeah, I'm very open about that and willing to share, and yeah, whatever I can do to help you grow spiritually, and to further awaken, if you like. I'm here. It's I love to do this, and I love to do it to aid myself, but more than anything else, aid others as well. It really is just, yeah, it's brilliant. Right, okay, so I'm going to start taking some deep breaths now. Just letting myself relax. And remember, I'm connecting with Karen today. If anybody else wants to do the same here, just getting themselves into a nice, peaceful state of calm, serenity, peace. Just connecting with our inner being. And by all means, just follow my lead with the breathing. Just close your eyes. After a few breaths now, what I'll do is I'll just take us through the chakra system, and we'll open our chakra system before reaching out to the world of spirit. Okay, so let's do a couple more deep breaths. You hear the running water as well in the video. It's really lovely and relaxing. I'm just going to open my eyes a moment. Okay, so we're going to open our chakra systems here. So first of all, coming right down, just sort of kind of round by the front of our pelvis area, if you like, right low down. So that's your root chakra there. Okay, so we're going to just open our root chakra. What I usually say is like kind of see it as an image to help us kind of like sort of connect with what we're doing here, opening our energy centers. Okay, so imagining each one opening like a flower. Okay, that's what I usually say. So our red root chakra opening like a beautiful flower there. And then we're coming up to our sacral chakra. And again, so it's just sort of, I've got my hands just sort of below my navel here. Imagining our sacral chakra opening up like a beautiful, beautiful flower. Then up to our solar plexus. It's kind of sort of in that rib area, if you like. Imagining our solar plexus chakra opening like a beautiful, beautiful flower. Then up to our heart chakra. Again, imagining our heart chakra opening up as a beautiful, beautiful flower. Very slowly but very surely opening into a beautiful flower. And then up to our throat chakra, just here at the front of your throat. Just imagining your throat chakra opening like a beautiful, beautiful flower. And then up to our third eye. Just imagining our third eye chakra opening like a beautiful, beautiful flower. I'm seeing stars as I've got my hands here. So I feel like I'm just traveling through this solar system. It's amazing. And then crown chakra, last but not least at all. So imagining our crown chakra opening like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flower. Okay, so that's our, wow, can you feel that energy? Open it now. I feel quite a lot of energy around me and in my hands. I do the same process when I'm doing my energy work. I open up my energy centers via the chakra system. Lots of deep breaths and relaxation. And then naturally it's like the energy starts just coming. It's brilliant. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to start focusing in on Karen and see what information I've got coming. And Karen, as I said before, if this information doesn't resonate straight away, or if you're not sure, feel free to share it with other family members or people close to you to see if it's information that they might resonate with, and just keep note of it, because as I say, some of it may be that it's information ahead of you. Spirit don't work from a place of time, so the information they share can be behind us, present and current, or in future. Okay. It's coming in quite subtle, but I do feel like I've got the name Bobby, or Bobby. I'm being passed the name Bobby to pass to you. It's doesn't seem to be a message attached to this, so I'm going to just give you the name Bobby. Like I say, it could be Bobby. Just make a note of that for me, Karen, and just let us know in the comments, of course, when you've got time, any snippets of information that might resonate, any feedback at all, of course. This is all very open. I feel like I'm seeing it's not 100% clear. I feel I'm more with a pony than a horse. It's a little bit, it kind of popped in and popped back out. I see kind of like grey speckles, like a grey and almost like a white of sorts, like slightly speckledy looking horse or pony. And I feel like I'm really close to it, like I'm petting it. Is this maybe a childhood memory? I don't know whether there's a relative that... I feel like it may be more pony, because I feel like with the height it's not as grand as a horse in terms of its height. It's like lower down. I can feel on my hand, I'm like in my hand down sort of, you know, along its neck here, just here. I always feel like it's here with me. So assuming that this pony would now be in spirit as well. And if I'm gonna try and piece this together, I feel like that may be a childhood memory. So whoever the person that memory shared with, I feel like their energy might well be here with me. Feeling a lot of energy around me. Seeing another name, jot it down, see if you can take this. Got the name Diane, definitely Diane. This name's, it's like they're showing me the name Diane, but they're pushing it towards me and then pulling it back away. So I don't know whether, if there is a Diane reference that you can take, whether this lady was or is. I feel like she may not be with us now. I feel possibly with her name being shown and then pulled back, possibly was she in and out of your life a bit for a time, if that makes sense. Let's see. I did for a moment see a soap, you know, like or here in the UK we have like Imperial Leather soap. It's like a little sticker in the middle of the square soap, something like that. I must say, when I have seen the soap, what I am getting is that they might, Spirit showing me the soap, but they might be referencing soaps, as in sitcoms. Is that something you can resonate with, Karen? Have you got a great love for the soaps and sitcoms on the TV, or one in particular? Because I feel like that's the direction I'm going in. I mean, Spirit will show me images. I'm merely the translator here. I have to use what I feel is coming through in terms of information to process that image to a message. It's like a very intricate translation job. It's not like just translating French to English or something like that. It's a lot more complex. I'm seeing a very tall man. I don't know if you know the it's like a Roald Dahl book, I believe, and it was a film, like a child's animation. I think they even did a proper film, BFG. I've seen a very tall man, and straight away BFG came to mind because I was like, there's a lamppost and this guy is so tall. So there's chap coming in, not Diane, Karen. It's he's very tall. I feel like he's got kind of like a flat or a cap on that's kind of, it's like a fabric. It's not like a cap with a beak or anything. It's like quite flat to the head. It just sits there on your head. I feel like this chap's got this kind of flat hat. And he's smiling. So if you can take who this person is, Karen, he's smiling. He's showing me these quite pearly teeth as well. Did he have like dentures or something, and they were like just really like perfect? And he was like, look at my teeth. He's showing me these pearly white teeth, and he seems quite pleased with them. So that just came in after his initial imagery. There's some reference to some pearly white teeth anyway, so just see if you can take that for me. It very well might be connected to this chap, but it could also be something he's referencing otherwise, so just to give you both aspects of what that might be. Are you planning a trip, Karen? I do see shopping bags, but the trip might not be centered around shopping, but I am being shown some shopping bags, so it might be something you're considering a trip somewhere, but where obviously shopping may be a part of the plan, or what the eventuality, but yeah, I'm being shown you going somewhere and there's some shopping bags and you're quite pleased with your purchases. It's not anything significant, just some finds, some finds. They're seeing this, the spirit, the energies I've got with me. So I feel like I've got this tall chap now. I feel like he's kind of generation. He's beyond you of the generation, so I feel like possibly beyond father generation. If I'm looking at the tree, possibly a granddad or great grandfather. I don't feel like it's uncle or anything. I feel like quite possibly a grandfather link. This tall chap. So he still stood to my left. He's still there. He stayed. But I also feel like I've got a lady on my right. She's got reasonably short grey hair, quite straight and well groomed, quite glossy. She had grey hair, but it looked, always well kept. And I don't know, I almost feel like she's a little bit shy or socially, I don't want to say socially awkward, but a little bit timid. She's there with her head kind of slightly bowed. Not in sadness or disappointment, please don't think that. Just in a almost cheekiness, like there's an innocence about her. Very lovely lady. I feel like she could be quite authoritative and things if she, if the situation required. But then there was also this air of real innocence and some degree of timid about her, like a very delicate, Lovely soul. She's shorter than this chap, obviously. She's yeah. I'm seeing like peach long sleeves, like a peachy colour, a thin jumper type thing she's got on here, I feel. She has just pulled out a book, held it out and pulled it back in. So I don't know if it's like, you know, some people keep a book where they literally they kind of, everything gets written in this book. They'll use it for their shopping lists, they'll use it to, you know, have phone numbers, all manner of information. A bit like, you know, when people used to have like Filofax type things. And but I feel there's more to this book. She used it to keep personal information of people and things, you know, to reach out to, but I feel like there's something more. It's like, did she use it as a little bit of a journal? I feel like not an everyday journal, but maybe certain things would inspire her to write in it when, like, she'd have a certain experience, or, you know, or a memory, or something happened, she'd reference it in this book, quite possibly. But I don't feel like it was a day-to-day diary. It was just when she felt the need to report back to this book. This lady, she's not telling me a lot about it, so it's a little bit private. She held it out and she held it back in. So, okay. On the younger side of things, like coming beneath you with generational stuff, I've seen I'm getting the name George or Georgie. I feel like I'm seeing a female, because I saw longer hair, and like, you know, I know some boys have long hair obviously, but this was like a girl. She's quite yeah, her definition was, it was definitely female. But I mean, this may be, because it's lower generational, it may be ahead of you, but take heed of this. The George or Georgie, Georgina, possibly, but I feel like more Georgie. Has someone been suffering with pain in their left hand, Karen? Or when we get pain, or when I get pain in my hand, it can also signify a block, like possibly if somebody left-handed, but their pen to paper were using their hands to perhaps be creative. Because it's my left hand that's here, and I feel more inclined to say it's somebody that would be left-handed in your environment. But is there... I feel like it's more, rather than an ailment, a block with that use of the hands. Because as soon as I've mentioned it and spoke about it, it's eased. So it's like, I know that with use, that pain would ease, because that person may well be experiencing some degree of pain in that left hand, but I feel by simply using the hands to create, that pain may dissipate somewhat. Just giving that hand some healing at the same time. Okay. And I give a couple more pieces of information. I'm beginning to see like a stone figure. I'm trying to work out what it is because it's quite it's a bit jumbled. Can you show me that a little bit more clearly, please? Okay, I think it might not be one item specifically, which is why I'm getting a jumble. A garden that has little to medium size figurines. One, I believe, maybe a frog. Something with slightly protruding eyes. Not alarming to look at, just I'm just giving that hand some further healing. As I do this, yeah, I'm seeing some flora and fauna in this garden, and there's some butterflies. You know, you can bring more butterflies by there's certain flowers that encourage them. Purple in particular, I think. I'm no expert, I'm just going off what I'm being told. Karen, I think they may be signifying that you need to drink more. And when I say that, I don't mean alcohol. Though for some of us it's tempting sometimes. Water. And if you're a little bit kind of dubious about using tap, you can get filter systems that fit to your tap. You can get you can buy water jugs that filter the water as it's being poured and things. So you know, if you don't want to sort of splash out the cost on bottled, I mean, you're a little bit dubious about the tap, you know, there are ways and means you can use the tap, but kind of filter it out as you're using it. Okay, I feel that the hand's a little bit eased up now. It's a little bit of discomfort, but it's still there. So just doing some work on that. Okay. So if this is you, Karen, with a hand, just know that I've just been doing a little bit of energy work on it to ease it up, or if it's somebody around you, if you just let them know, but tell them that, you know, despite them getting these discomforts and maybe stiffness and all in their hand or possibly hands, if they use them and it kind of get some creative energies into those hands and all, it's just gonna bring good, positive, flowing new energy into those hands and perhaps ease up that discomfort there a bit. Okay. Yeah, I still feel a little bit of tension there. Okay. A little bit distant again, but can I ask you if there's any links at all to Japan? I'm seeing a hat which I can only describe as seen in Japanese art. Of course, I'm using all I can use when I'm delivering these readings is my memory bank to translate and things. So from observations I've made of Japanese art, these hats, quite elegant. So it's given that Japanese reference, or it could be the hat itself. But I feel it's kind of got this Japanese kind of theme to it. So yeah, that's not being very specific here. So there's a Japanese reference. It could be somebody traveling there, somebody's come back, or this Japanese style hat. I mean, it's a lovely piece. It could quite easily be incorporated into a lovely outfit or dress or fashion garment. Yeah, I'm feeling these two these two female and male that I've got with me, sort of just sort of pulling back a little bit now. I feel that the lady now, Karen, might that be Mum? I can't quite differentiate, sorry, that's a big word to say while I'm in this state, whether she is on the same ancestral level as the male, or whether in fact she might be one beneath. My instinct is beneath, so that to me would suggest that she's a more motherly figure, whereas the gentleman is a more granddad or possibly great grandfather type figure. I feel there may be an ancestral difference there, so I'm just trying to signal to you who these people are. But they're very much, they've come in with love. For a moment there's a lady with curly hair and glasses. She just came in and smiled and came back. She was sat down. She almost went as quick as she came in, but she did sneak in there for a minute. So yeah, I'm gonna give her information to you as well, and I'm gonna, I could keep going, I honestly could, but I'm gonna just leave it there, especially as I do feel that the two main energies that came through to me early on are easing up, because you know they're using a lot of energy to do this, I'm using a lot of energy to do this, so I think for all of our sakes, I will allow for that connection to sort of just gently, very gently just fall away now. But yeah, sending their love to you at this time, and yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for those that have come in from the spirit world to work with us today. And Karen, thank you so much for giving the opportunity for me to be able to connect and deliver these messages. And yeah, you by all means pop in the comments if this information or snippets of it resonate. As I say, some of it may be ahead of you, or it may take you to speak to somebody else within the family to realize certain parts of this information. From my experience, it's sometimes how it works anyway. So I'm going to open my eyes now, and I am a little bit teary, which is very, very normal. And basically, there's a lot of emotions there with that, we're dealing with emotions of others, emotions from ourselves. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Sometimes if there are any like kind of slightly lower emotions attached, sadness and things, or that missing longing to see that person and things, more so from the physical angle of things and spirit, because those spirit obviously do very much miss us. They know, they have this vast understanding that this is you're on a journey there, they're on a journey over there, that these it's all going to come back together full circle eventually. Whereas here in the physical, we don't really have that firm confirmation that the spirit world and the physical world are very much linked and bonded together. So it's when we lose people to the spirit world, it is devastating, even for me. And I work with spirit all the time. I'm passing on messages. I know that they're there 100%, because how on earth would I be able to deliver the messages I do to the people that I do if this information wasn't being communicated to me by these people that they come in and they say that they're connected to the person I have with me, and they deliver very profound personal messages. Sometimes I would never know that information. So it's like, even though I know that the spirit world and that second place once we leave here is very real, I still struggle. I mean, I lost somebody. There was a family friend passed away last week, I sat there and I cried. You know, to not see that person here in the physical again is a really hard thing to process, and we're going to miss their physical aspect, even though we know that they're there in the spirit world and we can reach out to them whenever we like. And you're going to feel them around sometimes. They do have this habit of popping in. You know, if you're having a bit of a rough morning and you open your front door and there's a feather right on your doormat, you know, it's just these little things you think, thank you. So yeah, so anyway, Karen, like I say, yeah, take that information away, please, and by all means, feedback. You don't have to. I'm really not here for any games. Yeah, I just I want to help deliver these messages when I can, show other people that they can do this as well. You know, it takes a bit of energy and getting used to bringing ourselves to this place where we can be in this just a place where we go to almost like a nothingness, and when there is that void, that place of emptiness, it allows then for them to come close. You know, the veil breaks away, if you like, and spirit can come close to us and send those messages across. So yeah, so thank you so much for anybody else that's come in today and watched the video. Do subscribe. I'm not here to force subscriptions. I'm very much of the thinking, I've started the channel, I'm just gonna let it progress in its own natural way and see where we end up. But I'll keep delivering, you know, as and when I can. I'll keep doing the daily card readings. I'm gonna start with a new deck of cards, if not tomorrow, on Saturday, because I've been using the Archangel Oracle cards for my daily readings. I'm gonna yeah, pick one of my other decks of cards, so we start getting a bit more of a variation of cards coming through on the daily basis. And yeah, I'll do lots of other things, some of them just delivering messages out, some of them ones where we can interact and work spiritually together, because not only is it growing me, it's growing you guys as well, so it's just like win-win, you know. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Actually no, we do need to shut down our chakra system. So I just wanted to say, for those that have worked with, you know, done this as well this evening and possibly picked up messages too for Karen, by all means, if you have got anything, pop it in the comments and I'm sure it'll be gratefully received by Karen. And as I said also, or if you know, resonate with something I've said and feel like you can expand on it or improve on something I've said, if something I've said hasn't been with a great deal of clarity, yeah, you know, we're all connected here, so you know, working collectively is brilliant. So okay, so we're going to close our chakra system, so just close our eyes again, just take a few deep breaths. Okay, so we're going to start off by just coming to our root chakra, and we're going to close down that root chakra, so hands right down bottom of our belly, right down just in front of your pelvic area. So imagining our root chakra, our red root chakra, closing down to that beautiful cloud, just flower closing up, just like they would do at night time when it gets cold and dark outside, the petals all kind of turning inwards for the evening. So that's our root chakra closing up just there, and then coming up to a sacral, just around the navel, just below the navel if you like. So just imagining the sacral chakra just ever so gently closing up its beautiful petals. Okay, and then up to our solar plexus. So just imagining our solar plexus flower doing the same, just closing its beautiful petals. There we go. Okay, up to our heart chakra, just allowing for those petals to gently close, allowing our heart chakra to close. Up to our throat chakra, and just again allowing for our throat chakra, the petals of that flower, just to gently close that, allowing our throat chakra, to close. coming up to our third eye chakra. Just again allowing for that beautiful, beautiful flower to close. My goodness, I feel like I'm traveling through the solar system again. I'm just seeing stars. I feel like I'm traveling. It's amazing. And then up to our crown chakra. Okay, so again, imagine that beautiful, beautiful flower, beautiful light, just closing up there. Okay, so just shutting this down. Okay, our energy system. Okay, so that's us all closed off. So yeah, so we've done our spiritual work, we've opened up, we've shut back down, we've done some breathing techniques to bring us to that place of calm and tranquility inside of us. Because life can be very busy sometimes. When I come home from work, and my mind's still a million miles an hour, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm just gonna go sit down and do some spiritual work now. It doesn't take long to get myself from, you know, this busy, fast running mind to this place of calm using the breathing exercises. Yeah, so it's all very simply done. So anyway, yeah, thank you everybody that may have joined. Thank you so much to Karen, and I'll be back soon with more. So yeah, take care and have a lovely evening, everybody. Okay, bye bye.